Okay, so we're gonna pull down the heavens. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Breathe out. Dodie, I think your mic's on. Okay, so we're going to start by shaking the 9 gates. Okay, so you start loosely shaking your hands. You're trying to open up all the joints, your major joints. So this is working on the arms. Then you're going to start bouncing. This breaks up adhesions in your body. Now your hand should be shaking because your body's shaking. You're trying to lift your rib cage off your organs. So when you bounce up and down, it sends a little shock wave that breaks up the adhesions in your organs. Go back and forth a little bit. That's going to open up your spine. You want the skin moving over your muscles, the muscles moving over your bones, and everything's really loose. Okay, that's called shake the 9 gates. Your 9 gates are your 9 major organs, or joints, sorry. Okay, there, okay. Now we're gonna shake the dragon's whiskers. Okay, your head follows your shoulders. Your hand should hit against your body once again. That's causing small shock waves, which break up the adhesions. You're trying to warm up your neck, so as you get more warmed up, if you have the flexibility, you try to pick a spot behind you and look at that spot. Focus your eyes each time as you turn. Okay, and then the third one of these is you're reaching for the wall, reaching for the ceiling, and then you're reaching for the other wall. Okay, this is a crescent stance. Once again, you're trying to straighten out the kinks in your meridians by stretching. And you're warming up your spine and your neck. So these are just 3 quick exercises you can do a couple times a day when you want to kind of keep the energy flowing. Okay, so I'm going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, reach, stretch. Your shoulders would stay against the wall. If you're against the wall, you're not turning. Reach in, reach out, turn your head and look that direction. Do 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, then we'll do a couple of movements from the 8 brocades, which you've learned, which is also on the whole set's on the website. So I'm going to start out by 2 hands pressed to heaven. So you put your hands together. Going to come up to wherever is comfortable. You'd like to get over your head, but whatever comfortable for your shoulders. You don't want to cause pain in your shoulders. So you breathe in, you stretch up, breathe out. Then you breathe in, stretched up. Then when you breathe out, you lean to the side. Breathe in, breathe out, lean to the other side. Come back, breathe in. Now when you breathe out, you turn, look behind you, and then breathe in, breathe out, turn, and look to the other side. Okay, and then you come down. That's 1 set. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, lean to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. On those, once again, your shoulders would stay against the wall. If you were against the wall, you're not turning. Now you're twisting. Breathe out, look behind. Breathe in, breathe out. And then your hands come down. We'll do 1 more set. Okay, so breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, lean to the side. Breathe in, you're trying to warm up your spine on this. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, look behind. And then breathe in. Breathe out, look behind. Okay, that's two hands pressed to heaven. So now we'll do gather the sun. So you're reaching up, you're opening up your chest so that your heart is facing the sky. You're coming around. Now as you pull back, your hands scrub against your ribs. That's actually there's a lung meridian there. Then you're coming back, you're supporting your kidneys. And so just the first level is you're gonna lean down. You look forward, so your back is arched. This is stretching and straightening out this is working on your, on the back of your legs, so you're reaching down. Okay, so if you have balance problems or if you have balance problems or you have low or high blood pressure, you don't want to get dizzy, so you can just like use a chair or something and just lean down. So now you're stretching all the way instead of just your hamstrings. This is stretching your entire leg. Now you can lower your head. If you have blood pressure problems, you don't want to put your head below your sternum. And then we're going to breathe once again, and then when you come up, you rub the front of your legs. Okay, so if you don't have any of those problems, you're going to breathe in, scrub your ribs. You're going to put your hands on your kidneys, lean forward just like before. But now when you breathe out, your hands go down the back of your legs. You're activating the meridians back there. Going to breathe in while we're trying to press the earth. And then you breathe out, you come back, bend your knees, and then you come up one vertebrae at a time. And you're there. Okay, so breathe in. Scrubbing, supporting, bending, and then breathe out. You drop down. Press the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up the front, bend your knees, one vertebrae at a time, so you're opening your spine. Breathe in. Get up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So this is gathering the sun. Breathe out, pressing the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do two more. Breathe in. Scrubbing, supporting the kidneys, working the hamstrings. Breathe out. Stretching the rest of the legs. Reaching down, opening up the spine. Coming up, try to separate the vertebrae. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now we'll do splitting heaven and the earth. So in this one, you're holding a ball of energy. You're going to switch your hands, and the lower hand, you're trying to work the small muscles in your forearm. So you're pulling your hand back at a right angle as much as you can. This hand is pressing the ground, the other one's pressing the heavens, and you're stretching both ways. And you're going to come down, switch. Yeah, you press the heaven and the earth. Okay, so then we come, after that, we switch. And now the lower hand is going to go along your hamstrings, and you're going to turn and look behind. Come down, hold the golden chi ball, switch your hands, breathe out, and look behind. Okay, that's stretching your neck. So here we go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, rotate the ball, switch and look behind, breathe out, come back, breathe in, breathe out, back switch, we'll do one more set, breathe in, stretching up and down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, rotate, look behind, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we'll actually do one of the later ones that's working on your lower legs, which is pull bow to shoot the arrow. First, we'll just practice. You have to be in a horse stance, so your feet are a little bit more than 1.5 shoulder widths apart. So what you're going to do is you're coming up, and then you're going to sink down, and your hands go in front. So you're basically building up your legs and your ankles by going up and then going down into a horse stance. So you come up, you come down, you want your back to be straight. So as you're sinking down, you're coming up. Okay, so you're going down. You don't want your knees to go past your toes, because then you can hurt your knees. So this is what you do not want to do. Is you're going down. You don't want to go down by leaning forward. You go down. You keep your back straight, however far you can go. Okay, we'll do 3 more. Okay, so you're breathing in. A lot of your stances are in a lot of the forms use horse stance. This is one of the main stances. Plus, it's useful a lot of times when you meditate or you do any kind of holding position. You want to hold positions that builds up your lower body strength and also builds up your determination and focus. Okay. Okay, so that's part 1. So now we're going to use the horse stance. So you're coming up. What you're going to do is you're going to turn, you're going to pull out like you're shooting a bow, and then let go of the bow. And you're bringing your hands in, you're turning, you pull the bow, and then you let go of the bow. Okay, so come in, turning. So now when you're doing this, you're trying to open up your chest. So this arm, you're pushing this way. So this arm is pushing this way and this way. So your arm should be on the same level. Okay, then you're coming in. So here, turn, pull, let go. All right, now we're going to put it together. So when you come in, you're going to breathe in and turn, pull the bow, and then let go. Breathe in. We're going to breathe out here. We're going to turn. Going to breathe in when you pull the bow back, and then let go. So you want to be coming up because we're working the lower body. Breathe out, you sink down a bit, you turn. Now when you pull the bow, if you can, you want to sink even lower. But right now, if you can't, just go, even if you can only go a little bit, because right now, you basically want to keep your legs bent all the time and going up and down, that's building up your legs. So here we go. So we'll do 5, breathe in, turn, breathe out, turn, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe breathe out, turn, breathe in, breathe out. It's called pull bow to shoot in the arrow. Breathe in, breathe out, sink down, turn, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, sink down, turn, breathe in, pull the bow, let go of the arrow, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, pull the bow back, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out, turn, pull the bow back, and let go. All right. So, all right, so what we're going to work on today is the Taichi stepping again. So what you eventually want to get to is you're here, you step forward, and then you learn, obviously, to go forward. So there's two parts to that step. We'll see how long it takes to get through the first part. So what happens is when you step forward in Tai Chi, when you do normal walking, people tend to put their weight forward and then step. In Tai Chi, you never want to lose your balance. So you want to step out, and then once you have a good firm stance, then you step forward. So you're never off balance. You're always in control. So and so what we want to do, what we're going to do is we're going to start here.
Bert,
Yes?
could you move further back, because I can't see your feet? Yeah, that's better, if that helped.
Okay.
Your feet were cut off.
Okay, that sounds dangerous. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. So what you want to do is this is building up your lower body and your leg strength, because what we're doing is we're starting by what's called dotting, which means all your weight's on one leg and that leg is bent. You don't want that leg to be locked, right? Because then you're not using any of the muscles, right? So this leg, the leg with the weight on is bent. Both knees are bent, and you're just on the ball of your foot on this one. Okay, so what you're going to do is, what you're doing is you're here, you're dotting, you're going to point your toe and then make like a C. Then you're going to drift your heel down, put your toe down, and then we're going to shift forward. Okay, so if you now, so the way you do that is you're going to you're moving forward. I'm moving toward the camera, but my foot that I'm putting the weight on is at 45 degrees to the angle. So it's kind of like I'm looking, when I dot, now my hips are aimed, even though this is the way I'm going to move, my hips are, it's like I'm looking at the corner. Okay, so we're here, all my weight's on the back foot. Okay, so I'm going to point my toe, then make a C. It's like it's in the sand. You're making a C in the sand, the letter C, and then you're putting your heel down, your toe, and then you're going to shift your weight onto that. But see, when I'm shifting my weight, I turn my hips, so now I'm facing you. Okay, then right now we're just coming back. Okay, now we'll just do that a couple times. So you have your toe go out, you go over, sink down, and then step. Come back, dot, toe, make a C, sink your heel down, and then step. Okay, so here, your back leg's bent, all your weight's on it. You're going to make a C, the heel comes down, and then you step. All right. Now, we're going to do that a couple more times, but because there's one more thing you have to think about, obviously. It's like 5 things, actually. But in this case, when you make your C, I think I can see it here. So if you don't want to put your heel down so it's on the same line. I don't know if you can see the lines there. So now, because now when you step forward, see, my heels are in the same line, so I'm actually unstable this way. And of course, you're always supposed to be balanced. So when you make your C, you want to make sure you come past. So see, now when I turn, see, there's a gap here between my legs, so I have stability this way too. Okay, so we'll just practice that. Okay, so you're coming out, you make your C a big C, so it goes past, all your weight's still on the back foot, put your heel down, the toes down, and then you shift. And then you're gonna come back and dot. So we'll just do 2 more of those. You make a big C, foot down, go forward, come back. 1 more of these. Forward and come back. Okay. All right, so we're going to do some of those on the other side, and then we'll start doing things with our hands. What this is this is actually one of the main movements in Tai Chi, because when you're doing Tai Chi, most of the movements you're moving forward. And so what you do is you start with this stance, you make a C, and then you're moving forward. Make the C, and then you do different hand movements, but the stepping forward is the same. So if you don't do the stepping forward, even though your hands might look like they're doing cool things, you're not really doing Tai Chi properly, because Tai Chi is actually feet, waist, hands. So your feet have to be in contact with the earth, your feet move your waist, and your waist moves your hands. So this is actually a crucial part of doing good Tai Chi. Okay, so we're on the other side. Okay, so all your weight's on 1. You're gonna point your toe, make your C, heel goes down, and then go forward. Okay, so dot, C, drop your heel, drop your toe, and then switch. So when you're moving forward, remember you're here, your toe, your waist is actually moving your foot. So you're here, and then now your waist has moved your feet, and now you can go forward. That's when you're like doing your attack. Okay, so point, C, step, back, dot, do 2 more. So point, C, heel goes down, toe goes down, and then you shift. Now you come back. Okay, dot, C, drop your heel, drop your toe, and then you come back and redot. Okay, so now we'll start just by holding our hands. You have to be, in this one, you're holding a golden chi ball. It's a beach ball, so it's not close to your body. It's a beach ball, so your hands have to be further away. The hand that's dotting, the side that's dotting, so in this case, my right, I'm dotting with my right. That means my right hand's on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna point, do the C, go down, and then we're gonna turn. See, so now see the way when I'm standing here, I'm facing the corner, and then as I do my C, when I turn, see now I think I'm in front of the camera, see I'm facing you now. So this is doing the stepping, is turning my body. That's one of the essential parts. So your feet should be turning your waist. Okay, so you're stepping out, C step, turning. We'll do 1 more on this side. We'll do 3 on the other side then. There, C, drop your foot, drop your toes, and then switch. Okay, so now we're gonna turn the golden chi ball over. Okay, now the other foot's 45 degrees. Your hips are facing the corner. You're coming out C step, come out, come back. So in this case, for me, my left hand's on the bottom because I'm stepping out with my left leg, and then I'm turning. Okay. point, C, heel goes down, and then turn. All right. Now we get to do it. We get to use our hands and our feet. So we'll just start with this. First, we're just in a horse stance. We're doing the golden chi. We're holding the golden chi ball. We're just going to turn to the side, and as we do, the hand that's on the bottom comes up, and the other hand comes to like our navel. You can think this is called part the wild horse's mane. You can kind of think of your hand as running up the mane of a horse, and the other hand's coming down. This is actually doing martial arts. What you're actually doing is someone's punched you, and you're coming in, and you're not throwing them over your leg to the ground. Is what this is. So that's why you're only coming to here. You're like hitting him in the chest. So if that helps, or you can just think of, imagine running your hand up the back of a horse. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to do that. So we're just stepping to the side. You're turning your hands. See, my hands are staying in front of my chest. So I'm not doing this. Where I'm not moving. Remember in Tai Chi, your waist moves your hands. So as your hands come up, they're going over there because you're turning your waist. So this is really a crucial part of Tai Chi. Usually people, you can watch, if people are just moving their hands and their waist is still, they're just waving their hand around. They're not really actually doing Tai Chi. So, okay, so going to do the other side. Okay, so here it is. So as you turn, your hand comes up, and your waist turns your hand. Okay, we'll do a couple more on this side, 2 more on this side, 1, and then 2. So the hand that's on the bottom, you're turning toward that side. Your waist is turning, and your hand's coming up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start switching sides. So in this case, my left hand's on the bottom, so when I turn, my left hand's going out. I'm turning to the left, and my left hand's coming up. Now when I turn back to the center, my left hand, I've got water in my hand that dumps all the energy I got onto my heart, right? So I went out there, I got some energy, now I'm pulling it, so I'm dumping it on my heart, and my other hand comes down. So now my right hand's on the bottom, so when I'm going to turn to the right with my hips, and my hand goes up, my hand comes over, dumps any energy I got there onto my heart. Now, but it means my right's on the top, so now this time I'm going to turn to the left. That hand comes over. Okay, so we'll just do a few cycles. So right now my right hand's on the bottom, so I'm turning to the right, parting the wild horse's mane. Then when I turn back to the center, now the right hand's on the top. I'm turning to the left, coming back to the center. Okay. Turn to the right, part the wild horse's mane. Okay, so you can just do this, you can just practice this, even as a meditation if you wanted, because you can have music going. You can like breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now the good part. Now you get to do them while we're doing the stepping. Okay, so right now I have my weight on my left foot, so my right foot's dotting. That means my right foot's on the bottom. My right hand's on the bottom. I'm holding the golden chi ball. So I'm pointing, doing the C. I'm bringing my foot down, my heel down. And now when I shift, my hand comes up, and I'm parting the wild horse's mane as I shift forward. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're always doing the same side. So you're just going to come back. That means the hand that's now high is going to come back to the bottom. So C-stepping, and then we're parting the wild horse's mane. And then the hand that's up is coming back to the bottom because we're staying on the same side. Okay, so C, come back, point, C-step, back, back, one more. So point, do your C-step, heel floats down, and then part the wild horse's mane. And come back. Now we're going to do the other side. So the toe that's dotting, that's that arm, that hand's on the bottom when you're holding. So you're going to point, do your C-step, and then part the wild horse's mane. And then you're going to come back, dot, okay, and C-step, part the wild horse's mane. The hand that's on the top, that goes back to the bottom. Okay. Point, C-step, and come back. We'll do one more. Okay. So for the extra homework today, so what you can do is you can switch sides because now. So what we're going to do is, in this case, I'm dotting with my right foot. My left leg, remember your back leg has to stay bent, so you're building up the muscles and the ankles. So you're going to make your C-step, float down just like before, and then you part the wild horse's mane. Now when you come back, what you're going to do is you're going to come back so your feet are both at 45, and then you're going to dot with the other side, and now the other hand's on the bottom. And then you're going to do your C-step, part the wild horse's mane, and then you're going to, as you come back, the hand that's on upper hand, that goes on the top of the golden she ball, and you dot on the other side. Do your C-step, part the wild horse's mane, come back. The hand that's out comes onto the top. Now you're going to dot with the other foot, C-step, part the wild horse's mane. The hand that's up comes onto the top. You're going to dot with the other foot, step, there. That's what this is going to look like. So dot this side, part the wild horse's mane, going to come back, dot the other side. So you want to, once you get it so that you can do one side, then you want to just get used to switching. And then what we'll do on, I guess on Wednesday, the next part is, so you step out, instead of stepping back to switch, after you've stepped out, you shift your weight back, turn your front foot at 45, and then you step forward. And now you're on the other side. And that's how you progress across the room. So we'll do the walking on, we'll get into that on Wednesday, doing the walking. And then you actually have the main, like when you do the form, the actual form itself, there's like, you do that, but there's just different hand movements. So you can go across the room doing part the wild horse's mane. But then the next one you usually learn is you come up and you brush knee. But if you look, the feet are exactly the same. So if you get the how to walk across the room, then you do various different hand movements as you're doing it. Okay, so we're going to do our 5 minutes of meditation. So you want to put your feet together. They're a little bit. They can be about shoulder width apart, so you're stable. Your knees are relaxed. They're not bent, but you don't want to be tight, so energy can flow through. Your hands are coming up in front of your heart. Okay, and so you're gonna breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so breathe in. You want your pelvis to be slightly pulled forward so your backbone, you don't have an arch in your back. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Your head, you should feel like your head's you're a Christmas tree ornament, so your head is straight, your neck and your back are in a straight line, a string of pearls. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Should be breathing in with your lower abdomen. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so we should be doing visualization. So we'll do our kind of core of the earth visualization today. So one is fun. You're breathing in. Breathe out. One is fun. So you have a slight Buddha smile on your face. You want to pull back the edges of your mouth toward your ears slightly. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two is shu. So now you're focusing on your feet. You should be like sinking to the earth. Your toes are grabbing the floor. Your weight's on your heel and your toes. Your toes grabbing the floor. You have a slight arch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Three is tree. So now you visualize roots. You're even more connected to the earth. Roots are going down into the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, four is core. The roots have gone down to the center of the earth. There's a golden, fiery ball of energy at the center of the earth. Chinese elements, yellow, that's the color of the earth. That's breathe in, breathe out, and then five is alive. So now when you're breathing in, energy is coming from the earth, going up your root system, filling your whole body full of energy. And you breathe out, breathe in, energy flowing, filling your heart. Breathe out, it goes from your heart, kind of falls out of your palms and collects around you. Do three more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now you're going to slowly put your hands down, bring your hands together. You're going to reach up, going to pull down the heavens again. Pull all that energy you've been collecting, push it down into your abdomen. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. Okay.